What is up? This is the Objective Jerk, and it is I, the Objective Jerk. What's going on? Well, I didn't check my. Well, it looks like I'm good though. Usually I check my microphone, I scratch it, make sure that it's plugged in and everything's good. So what's up? How's everybody doing? I don't know if you can tell. Oh no, you're not gonna be able to tell because I put the stuff on it, but my face looks sunburnt right here from me welding yesterday. But yeah, so how's everybody doing? Trump's kicking ass, pissing lots of liberals off. I think it's going pretty great. You know, in time, will it prove to be a horrible mistake? And Trump, you know, is Hitler and all this kind of crap? You know what? Maybe. But from what I can tell, I'm a pretty good bullshit sniffer. And from what I can tell, I don't think so. I think he's fixing all the problems that the government has. You know, and it's been like that for forever, you know, since the 60s, at least. Cleaning house, man. Getting rid of the corruption. You know, it's just, I don't know. So the helicopter crash, right? Still ongoing. The investigation, right? So the media was able to get some security footage of the crash, right? Which is, it shows the helicopter just fly straight into the plane and then it goes down, right? So we were able to witness that because some individuals saw, you know, I don't know what their jobs were. They worked for somebody somewhere and they had the camera, they recorded it, they sold it to CNN. You know, don't hate the player, hate the game, right? But it's just kind of, you know, I understand that can affect an investigation, kind of. But for me, and then now, so the individuals were charged, but they're not in jail. They were charged and let go and stuff like that. But I'm kind of curious to see exactly what they were charged with or what exactly happens to them. But to me, it's like, it's not impeding the investigation. It's impeding the cover up. You know what I mean? Like, it just, the crap with the pilot and her social media being scrubbed and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, that video is what tells you, like, she did it on purpose. It looks like it. Okay. I know, I think I said it in my last one. I was like, oh, she did it. She would. I don't know for a fact, but just at looking at everything, that's what it looks like. And that's what I believe. So until I see something else that's not bullshit, you know, that's what I choose to believe. So she did it on purpose. It went so long, and the traffic controller was trying to talk to the Black Hawk, was getting no answers. You know, like, was everybody else shot? Did she pull out her sidearm and shoot everybody else and just fly that helicopter? Like, do they know this, that those other people have bullet wounds, but they're not saying anything? I mean, like, you know what? You just don't know. Like, so the fact that these guys getting in trouble, it just, I don't know. To me, it's just, I'm tired of the so-called investigation when all they do is just find ways to stretch the truth or change it or cover it up or whatever. You know what I mean? That's what, when the government investigates, that's what they're doing. They're trying to find a way to cover it up. You know? And that's, you know, things like that is what Trump is trying to get rid of. Is all these people making mistakes and not being held accountable for it. Like the real people, the legit people that are behind, you know, the real person that, like, if this person did not exist, this would never have happened, you know, kind of thing. So it's like, there's just so much of that going on, man. it's very very frustrating. So it's like, you know, all the US aid, you know, being taken down, everything. I'm all for it, man. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, the other country's gonna suffer. It's like, dude, they are like CIA's little intel, whatever. Do they do things? Yeah, I'm sure, a little here and there. But I think they do more bad than good, that's for sure. And anything connected to the CIA just needs to go. Needs to go. You know, the CIA used to be, what was it called? During World War II is when they were created, but they weren't called CIA. It was OSS, I think. And they were disbanded because Eisenhower knew that that they have too much power. They have too much. They can't exist during normal whatever. So he disbanded them. But then all those people that were kind of involved in that, they're like, oh man, this is good. Like little heroin addicts. We got to keep this. We got to figure something out. So then they did the CIA, you know, which is supposed to be not supposed to do anything, you know, only foreign, nothing domestic, kind of whatever, but they have their hands in everything and corrupt everything and cover up everything. And it's just like, they need to go. They need to go. But yeah, so there's all this crap. And then Trump is like, he saw this. He went at the last, first he picked people he shouldn't have because he didn't know. And then he kind of was like, he was treading lightly a little bit. You know what I mean? He was doing some stuff, but he wasn't. Now he's like, fuck you. I only got 4 years. They already tried to kill me. I'm fucking cleaning house. I'm gonna make America great again, you know? And he is. And so much of it, like, if you just would take out the Trump derangement syndrome and just look at what he's doing, you'd be like, oh man, yeah, okay. That's good. That makes sense. Okay, but it doesn't matter. He could turn around and be like, oh my God, we're going to save all the SEALs. No more clubbing SEALs ever. They'd be like, oh, so fascist. You know, it's just like, oh my gosh, man. I don't know. These people are just psycho. There's too many crazy people. Too many mentally retarded people. That's what it is, man. It's crazy. But yeah, so good things. But yeah, man, my face, dude, I have sunburn is what it looks like right here because from welding, right? I can't even call myself a novice welder. I have a welder. I know how to weld. The thing is can I do it well? Can I weld well? Sometimes it's getting better. You know, like most people, I welded in high school a little bit. But I didn't really start welding until I moved here and I built a smoker, which if anybody that actually follows me probably has seen because I've posted it on stuff. But I just took a 50-gallon drum. Or 55. Is it 55 or 50? 50 gallon drum. 55 gallon drum. I think it's 50. But and then there was a bunch of rebar laying around. This was like in the you know, right in the middle of the pandemic, or right at the beginning actually. And so I bought this welder, and it was a TIG welder, you know, the little the stick, the what's it called? What's the stuff? Can't remember. Anyway, and I just big thick rebar. It was ugly as hell, but it worked. It didn't work super great. I don't use it anymore really. It's just kind of falling apart. I mean, I have used it, but I'm kind of gonna go direct fire smoking, you know, like a box. There's a guy, Chud's Barbecue, he does Chud boxes, so I was gonna make something like that, kind of like how I have the fire pit in the back, so I can either do direct grilling or I can kind of do smoking by having all the charcoal on one side and have the meat on one another. So it's kind of, you know what I mean? So that's, yeah, because the offset smoker, I don't know. I don't want to have like 5. I don't want to grill, an offset smoker, a direct fire. You know, it's like, I just want like 1, maybe 2 things. It's nice to have like a gas for quick, like I just want to grill something. And then it's nice to have something for wood that really cooks them, to really grill and smoke some meat, you know? But anyway, So I made that, and it's still together. I mean, it's little things, but I mean, it's ugly. The welds are ugly, but it's solid, right? And let's see what else. And then I want to say I've welded a couple other little things here and there, just small stuff. And then I bought a MIG welder, which has the cable, you know, the metal that comes through, and so it's a little bit cleaner. But I'm not using gas or nothing, so it's not that clean. But even with that it's a little easier, but still, you know, it's like I'm trying to, you know, like just with the bed I worked on, my first weld was just atrocious, man. It was just like, oh my gosh. So by the time I did the next one and then the other side, it was like, you know, I had pretty decent beads going. It was going pretty good, right? But so I have, like, you know, the welder's mask, but so like I'd get totally ready, get ready to weld, and then the cable's not coming out. So like you know, it's like I had to kind of clean and mess with it, pull it out or whatever. And my welder's mask just, I think it's kind of, I don't know. It's a pretty decent mask, I think. It's got the dimming, but like the strap is just not, it's always kind of loose. So it's like I'll get ready, and then all of a sudden it's not working, so I gotta lift it up, and I'm trying to figure out, pull the cable, do this and that, and then the mask is loose, and it's like, you know, take off the glove, whatever. This looks like, it's very cumbersome, you know what I mean? So I have a pair of just regular, basic, cheap welding goggles, right? And I have to wear glasses if I'm gonna look, you know, I'm nearsighted. No, farsighted. I can't see close. I can see far. I forget which is which. I think that means I'm farsighted because I can see far. So yeah. So I have, you know, glasses, and then I have whatever. But it's like if I'm welding, and then, oh crap, the thing's not coming out. I gotta lift this up. I gotta look for a tool to pull the cable out. So I gotta take my glasses off so I can look around. Oh, there it is. Go get it. Put my glasses on. Dude, you know what I mean? It's just like, oh, it's. I don't know, man. I don't weld enough to get like prescription goggles or nothing, but I don't know. Anyway, yeah, these ones really. These glasses are better. See, these are my glasses I wear. Yeah, these are better because they don't reflect so much. Like I have 4 pairs of glasses. One for when I'm like really doing something intricate. These are like my pretty much all the time glasses, and then these are like when I'm chilling. Just looking at my phone or the computer. But anyway, the hell am I talking about? So I had those goggles, right? And then it's got like clear goggles, and you flip up, and so what I did is I took off the flip, I removed one of the clear lenses and removed one of the dark lenses, and put it in there. So I got, my goggles are one clear and one dark, right? So what I'm doing is I'm using my clear eye to see where I'm at, get ready, and then when I start welding, I just close that eye and just use my other eye to do the welding, right? But like I said, I'm still kind of learning. I'm really trying to get in there. I don't have the technique completely down, so I really got to see what I'm doing. So I'm kind of close. I mean, I'm not like this, but I'm pretty close to where I'm welding, so I can see kind of what I'm doing as I'm welding. And because of that, I got burned kind of on my face. So that's why having the, you know, face shield is nice. But it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of, maybe I just get like a little mask or something when I weld. Because actually, I did like having that setup with the goggles and stuff. It made it a little smoother for me to weld, but my face got burned, so I don't know, we'll see. I have a couple of other projects planned, welding projects, where I'm going to do a little bit more significant welding, so I'm going to have to figure something out by then. I might just end up using the head mask, the face mask or something, I don't know. But yeah, that's what I did yesterday. You're not going to be able to tell, but man, it looks like I was out on the beach and it's just right here, my face. Or it looks like maybe I was munching on, you know, my wife was on her period. That's bad. But it's all right. That was gross. I'm sorry. That was a bad joke, but it was funny. Those are the best jokes, though. Really, the ones that are kind of offensive and true and gross, they're funny, though, man. You can't. Like, what was I shared a post on Facebook. That's kind of like my thing. If I'm scrolling and I see something that I laugh out loud at, like I'm like, oh man, and I laugh, I share it. Like I'm gonna share it. So there was Ted Nugent. He shared something and it said Happy Groundhog Day, and then it showed a picture of him with a groundhog dead in a trap, and he's like, it's just kind of funny. So I shared it. I try not to anything too like sexual in nature. I'm trying to limit that stuff. Try to be a good Christian about that. Try to avoid it altogether, really. Like I saw edited versions of Kanye West and his wife, and she was basically naked. Like, what the hell, And what's with Kanye? Wasn't he like, dude, he is messed up, man. I'm kind of thinking the system, the Hollywood, the music industry system, the Illuminati of the music industry or whatever. I think, they dug their claws into him, and then he was trying to fight back. That's why he was like going on this weird kind of whatever. And I don't think that's actually his wife. I think she's almost like a plant. Like she was planted by them. I mean, some people are like, oh, I think maybe she's being, like a sex slave, so to speak, which she might be, but I think it's not because Kanye wants it. I think it's like he has to do these things in order to get on the good graces of the Illuminati again or something. Cause like it seemed like he was kind of getting away from all that kind of stuff. And then now here he is. I mean, not right now. I mean, he's been hanging out with this new so-called wife, and she's always like basically half naked. So I don't know if that's like his thing or if it's like I don't know. It's kind of a strange thing, man. And then we start hearing these stories about the music industry, and man, it's kind of sick and sad. If my kid, from what I know now, if my kids were like really good singers and were on Instagram, and all of a sudden they had people wanting them to be, I'd be like, nope, I don't know. Like I would not even if I could go along and just be the chaperone. I don't know, man. Like it seems like it's such a sadistic, nasty cult. I don't know. I mean, how the hell does Beyonce win a country album, Grammy or whatever? I don't watch any of that crap, but I do see some things regarding it. That's all I know. I know there was the Grammys. I know Kanye's wife was basically naked. And I know that Beyonce won a Grammy for Best Country Album. Like what? Dude, the music today is anyway just straight up garbage. It's complete processed trash. Like so much of it is. Like the most, I don't know. I don't get it. I can't stand it. I don't know. And it's like as people get older, they're always gonna gravitate towards what they grew up with. That was the best music, my generation, blah blah blah, right? I used to hear it from my parents and everything like that. But I remember, like my uncle, he liked some of the stuff that was going on when I was younger. He would always like a song would be on the radio and be like, "Hey, who is this? Who is this?" And I'd be like, "That's a Screaming Trees or whatever," And so, but now it's like, dude, I don't hear anything, and I'm like, oh, that's not bad. I'm just like, I'm not really looking for it. I mean, I guess sometimes maybe I'll hear something that's not bad, but I don't look for more. I'm just like, oh, that's all right. But then listen to what I know. The only new music that I listen to is new to me. So basically, it's like movie or music from like the 60s and 70s. You know what I mean? Like I never really listened to. I remember Rainbow, but I never really listened to them. And Rainbow's their second album, I can't remember what it's called, is badass, dude. That whole album is just awesome. And so I'm trying to like, listen to some more Dio. Like I heard some, but I never really got into them. I was more into like everyone else, Led Zeppelin and The Doors and stuff. And, a little bit of Black Sabbath. But man, I'm kind of getting tired of Is anybody else getting tired of Black Sabbath songs and movies and everything? It's like it's getting to be a little too much. But yeah, I don't know. What about you? What's your musical flavor? What do you like to listen to? What do you think of the music today? I think it's horrible. It really is. It is funny, like my son, he played me like 2 seconds of a song. He's like, "Hey, what is this?" And I was like, "Oh, it's Radiohead." He was like, "What? How do you know?" I was like, "Cause it was good." You can tell good music. You can hear it and remember. That was like one of my things too. Is like I can like. Have you ever see that guy on whatchamacallit? TikTok. He's like a DJ and he plays like 1 second of a song. Dude, I get it every time. I'm like, oh, that's blah blah blah. Like I have a weird. I guess that's my stupid talent is. I can hear like just a few minutes of a song and know who it is. Not every song. I'm not as, broad as like some people, but for a lot of it, especially like the music of my era and my generation, I can just hear just little bits and be like, oh, I know who that is. But that's it. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Let me know what you think. Have a wonderful day or week, wonderful time between now and the next time I record a podcast. God bless, and I will see you guys next time. All right, bye. You just put yourself through another episode of The Objective Jerk. Thanks again for hanging out with me. Please email me at theobjectivejerk@gmail.com. Like, subscribe, comment, wherever you find this, follow. It all helps. But thanks again, and I'll see you next time.